And welcome back to another edition of Gale Force Winds, the Force-8 Hometown Edition, right here on board HMCS Montreal, the beautiful island of Crete in Greece, in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. And what a privilege it is to be talking to sailors in the Royal Canadian Navy. And this is actually a very special episode because this sailor we've previously interviewed on our show, but she was on another ship. Are you on every ship in the Canadian Navy?
No, I'm not. This is actually my second ship.
Okay, Joanna, so start right from the beginning. Introduce yourself.
Okay, so hi everyone. My name's Sailor First Class Hermosura, also Joanna. I'm the Junior Financial Services Administrator of HMCS Montreal.
And so, Joanna, how long have you been in the Navy?
So I joined since 2016. But I didn't really start sailing until last year during the fall time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what other ships have you been on, Joanna?
So I've been, last year I was on HMCS Toronto, and that's where I was actually first of all interviewed by you.
You went into a really exciting port, St. John's, did you not?
Yeah, that was my first port too.
Right.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
So, Joanna, was this your first long deployment, this trip you're on now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so Joanna, now I know you've been to sea before and we've talked before. What did it feel like when you let the lines let go and you knew that you were going for like 6 months and traveling around the world? What did that feel like for you?
It's kind of hard to explain because our first 2 weeks of this sail was with the sea trainers.
Right.
So it was a bit hectic and I don't even remember those first months because I just felt like a zombie. We were just doing trials every day, like at least 2 or 3 times.
Right.
And I don't remember. I just remember being tired.
So were you off the coast of Nova Scotia, or were you actually moving out into the ocean on your way while the training was happening?
We were on our way.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can you explain what sea training is all about for the audience?
Okay. So I'm not really good at explaining things, but
You said that the last time. Yeah, you did a great job at everything you did. So go ahead.
So basically, we have a team in Halifax called Sea Trainers, and every time we leave for a mission, we're supposed to do some trials just to make sure that we know how to respond to certain events.
Right.
Before we go for deployments.
Right.
Yeah.
They're very seasoned senior people who've been through it all before, and they bring their experience on and show you guys or help and mentor you guys in various situations. It's a great routine to go through, but can be incredibly tiring.
Yes,
can it not be?
It can be intense sometimes
Right.
too, and sometimes you're thrown into a completely new scenario. You don't know how to deal with it, and then like you just like learn as you go. It's pretty interesting.
So Joanna, what do you do on board?
Okay, so like I said earlier, I'm the junior FSA, or the finance person. So basically what I do, I pay all the bills, make sure everything's like reconciled. Really boring, but what I like, normally before we enter a port, we kind of like act like I'm a bank, because people withdraw money from us if they need euros while they're on port, and then it gets taken away from their pay. So that's kind of how it works. We kind of do that.
You got a more important job than the commanding officer.
How could you say that that's boring? So you get to pay all the sailors before they come into port.
Yeah.
People are very happy to see you.
Joanna,
Exactly.
do they get paid in cash?
So it's every time they come in, they like to call it free money, but it's not really, because it's taken out from their paycheck.
Right.
But it's nice because they get to feel the money that they spend for food and stuff when we go in ports.
Joanna, do you pay them in the currency of the country you're going into, or do you pay them in Canadian dollars and then it's up to them to change the money?
So we kind of do both. I give out Canadian, and my PO holds a foreign cash. So mostly it depends on the country that we're going to, but mostly since we've been going to Italy, Greece, it's been mostly euros, and when we were in Spain, we held out USD
You know, you're talking to two business guys here now. Like, there's so much more that you and I, Alan, would love to dig into here, but we don't have enough time.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating to listen to it. You have a very interesting job.
No, 100%. So, what are some of your favorite parts about being in the Navy, Joanna?
I love interacting with other ships. So I was on duty last night. I was at the gate doing access point sentry, and I was able to talk to people from other ships and just share all our experiences and see what the difference are with how we do things. Like, we do a lot of things similarly, but also like a bit differently. So it was kind of cool learning all about their cultures and traditions. So that was my favorite part.
So you were at the main gate to the base, or another gate down here?
The main gate at the base,
yeah,
and there
yeah.
were people from other ships too.
Yeah, right.
So it's kind of interesting. I'm glad I had my phone because I was using Google Translate the whole time, talking to like the Turkish access point sentry, and then talking to the other Italian and Spanish ships as well.
It sounds like you're just interested in life, Joanna.
Yeah.
You're not going to let anything slip by you.
Yeah, I like it. I like all the traveling and seeing other cultures. So it's
Well,
cool.
you're just a perfect match for the Navy, because that's what the Navy's all about, right?
Yeah.
A lot of experiences and a lot of good things happening all around. Good people on board. Eh?
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure you must just be having a lot of fun with the crew on board.
Yeah, the crew here is really great. Awesome support system. Like sometimes my job too, it gets really busy. Like we have fiscal year end coming up, so we have to stay up late at night, and then we'd have people come by our office just to check up on us, make sure we're doing okay and stuff. So I really like that. Like everyone's super friendly here, and it's fun. Yeah.
Joanna, anything you'd like to say to the folks back home?
Don't forget anyone.
Well, I guess I just want to say hi to all my friends and family and everyone out there in Canada. I hope you're enjoying the winter here. And so I know my family's from Winnipeg, so they just sent me pictures of their snowstorm.
But just to
yeah.
interrupt, for those in Winnipeg, Joanna is experiencing 21 degrees.
Yes.
The wind is coming up now. It's blowing about 5 kilometers an hour. So just sorry about that. I apologize.
It's so nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful. Another wonderful edition of Gale Force Winds, Force-8 Hometown Edition, right here in Suda Bay, Greece. And Joanna was the second time on
Yeah.
Gale Force Winds. Last time she was on board HMCS Toronto. Now she's on board HMCS Montreal. And I'm sure that you could feel it through the conversation, her passion for what she's doing in life. And that's quite admirable. I will leave the podcast with this one piece of advice, and that is, quite frankly, the world needs more HMCS Montreal, and Canada needs more Joanna Formosa. Thank you, Joanna.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Joanna, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was